Yeah. So, I guess I don't want to be an architect, which is probably the worst answer you would
What?
want in this podcast. uh, but but I recommend architectural studies to like anyone that is
Let's start
who's
there. What?
anyone who is planning to not be an architect. I recommend architectural studies. It's a broad statement, and obviously, it doesn't mean I don't want to work in the architectural world. It just means that I don't want, I'm not looking to get my architectural license at the moment, and I am looking into different paths right now that basically don't regiment themselves to uh, the classic architectural um, vision, and like basically going directly into a firm or doing architectural graduate studies as soon as I'm done with this last semester. Um, so the large picture I do not have, but I am, more interested into going into the art world. That's for sure. But that obviously doesn't exclude architecture. That's totally like in that realm. But yeah, it's very open, and I'm still, looking for some directions. So right now, I applied to one school only for graduate studies, and it's RCA, but it's experimental animation.
Oh,
Yeah. So the idea is that that program is really interesting because it's basically very open to whatever background that you originally have. So mine being architecture, and they basically work with you to like mix both worlds. Not necessarily, and that doesn't necessarily mean that it will be animation that will be used for architecture. I see it kind of as the reverse, like my architectural design background uh, as a basis basically for animation. So that's kind of what I have in mind. I'm still waiting for a response at the moment. I was doing animation before that. That class was, just an additional way for me to like experiment more. I already had an idea of what I wanted to do with animation. I guess it did help, like it helped in the sense that it got me connections, more connections, I guess, with the animation world, whether it be students or professors. And that definitely launched the conversation in a more serious way, where like I'd be showing my work and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, that's very interesting. Maybe you should think about this more seriously." And I guess that got me pumped a little, and I from that point on, I guess I did like think of it more less as a pastime and more as a professional objective.